What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Thingos back again for another video. You already know I'm gonna be talking about Invincible once again. I absolutely love Invincible, man, and I enjoy every time we get a chance to talk about it here on the channel, man. I get to break down certain things and discuss with you certain things I like, dislike, what I would like to see, not see, and stuff like that. But it really is, it's always positive when I'm talking about Invincible, because you gotta look real hard, man, to find some stuff that ain't really good about that series, man. But anyway, as you already know, there's an animated series about to come out. We don't have a release date for it, but it is going to be coming out in 2021 for Amazon Prime. And the trailer is out, just a teaser. It doesn't really show that much, but it's a very exciting time if you are a fan of Invincible. And what I wanted to do right now is just real quick, I wanted to list off the top 5 things that I'm looking forward to the most to see animated in this series, if it is successful and gets to go on for a long time, have multiple seasons, and hopefully they get to tell the entire story as the comic book, told it in this animated form. That'd be great. And I really hope it works out, because I have like this curse, man, where I always tend to fall in love with these comic books or with these shows, and they always, like, it seems like the comics that I like, they get adapted to a show, or shows that I fuck with, they only get like 1 or 2 seasons, and they always end up being short-lived. Deadly class. But yeah, man, I really want this show to be successful. I'm a huge fan of Invincible. As you can see, it takes up the majority of the content on my channel. And yeah, so let's just go through these top 5 things. So, man, number 1, what I really want to see, and without a shadow of a doubt, I know that we're definitely going to get to see this. It's one of the most important parts in the story of Invincible, and yeah, it's a big deal. And that is, spoiler alerts, by the way, the fight and the reveal that Omni-Man is a Viltrumite, and when he kind of like turns on the entire planet and his own family, and proceeds to beat his son to near death in an epic fight scene where they're just going all around the world. He's just throwing Mark through the water. He's taking him under the water, beating his ass, bringing him up out of the water, throwing him, punching him, having him fly through like mountains and shit like that. And the reason why I'm there's also this cool ass scene, bro, like where he gets knocked underground and he breaks through the ground, and he accidentally, because of how fast he's going through the ground, and of course their durability and everything, he literally breaks through the ground and he destroys, like he smashes through a subway as it's going underneath the ground, and it probably kills, I don't know how many people. Buildings are just crushed and destroyed. And the reason why I'm really looking forward to seeing this is because in the comic book, you can see the destruction, you can see all the havoc that it's causing, but I really feel like in an anime, I say anime, same thing kind of, but I feel like with animation, they could really do a good job at displaying and showing us just how devastating this destruction can be. And not just with this fight, but with all the fights and all the encounters in Invincible. But I feel like the reason why this one is so important is because this is going to be like the first major fight that has like this emotional attachment to it. It's going to be like one of the first major twists, one of the first major things to happen that's really going to set the ball rolling for this series and let people know what they're in for. You know what I mean? Like, if you haven't read the comic book, this is going to come out of nowhere, and you might be able to see it coming, but it's really, I mean, yeah, they ain't really hiding in the trailer either, now that I think about it. But the point that I'm trying to make is it's a huge moment in the comic, and I feel like they can do it even better animated, and just really just play up the whole fight, the damage that it causes. The animation could probably be beautiful, and I'm really looking forward to see how they recreate that fight animated. Another thing that I'm really looking forward to seeing is Alan the Alien. Now, Alan the Alien, what am I excited to see Alan the Alien do? Everything, nigga. Like, I fucking love Alan the Alien. I love that character, and I love when he fights, I love when he talks, I love his story arc, and it'll just be very interesting, man. On top of that, he is going to be voiced by Seth Rogen, so I love Seth Rogen. I think he's a real cool dude, man, and just to have him, it's funny because years ago when they first announced the Invincible animated series was coming out, and his name was attached to it, Bruh, I literally predicted this. I was like, Seth Rogen can only voice two characters in this series, bruh. Either Rexplode or Alan, bruh. Rexplode because, you know what I'm saying, he's kind of a Chad type dude. You know, he can be a douche sometimes, but I fucking love Rexplode. And Alan the Alien because he just seems like such a dude bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like a dude bro alien. You feel me? Like, but he hella cool though, bro. Like, he like the type of nigga that you want to have on your side. You know what I'm saying? Have like in your corner, bro. He loyal to the Sawyer, bro. He hella cool, bro. And I really can't wait to see how they put him in the show, like how he's depicted. You know, Seth Rogen's line delivery and everything. Like, I'm really excited to see Alan the Alien come to life. Now, that's not to say that I'm not excited to see all these other characters in the Invincible world come to life, you know, the entire cast, and see what the cast can do with bringing these characters to life. You know, we got guys like Walton Goggins, who I'm a huge fan of. Recently just watched the entire series of Justified and got to see Walton Goggins play the amazing character of Boyd Crowder. And I'm currently watching The Shield and seeing him play the character of Shane. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty cool, bro. Like seeing Walton Goggins, you know, I'm getting a good idea for how he is and his range and everything. And I haven't really seen him voice act anything though. And I'm interested to see him play Cecil Stedman as well. So it's not just Alan the Alien that I'm excited to see brought to life, but he's the one that I am most excited to see brought to life. You would think that I'd be most excited to see Invincible brought to life. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of already got a little tease with that in the trailer. I know Stephen Ewing, and I'm more experienced with Stephen Ewing as a voice actor because I watched the Voltron animated series and I'm a fan of that. So I kind of knew that he was already going to do a good job, and I could just picture that in my head clearly. And when I saw the trailer, it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. But Alan the Alien, it's just this weird unknown. It's like no matter how much I picture it, I just can't wait to see it for myself because I want to see how they bring him to life. I want to see how they animated him. They didn't show him in the trailer at all, and we don't have any screenshots or stills of him in animated form. So I'm really looking forward to see how they do Alan the Alien. So that's 2. 3. I'm super excited, man, to see the Invincible War. Now, the Invincible War is this huge event that happens. It's like this huge crossover event that happens in the Invincible universe, and pretty much he's fighting against one of his arch nemesis, if not his only arch nemesis, and that is Angstrom Levi, who I'm pretty sure is probably going to pop up in season 1 as well. I need to make a video on Angstrom Levi. I'm gonna work on that for you guys. He's one of my favorite villains in the series, and he actually has a huge impact in the entire story overall. He does a lot of stuff in the story to really like get on Invincible's nerves and shit like that. But I'm really interested to see like his character and everything, because like I said, I know he's going to be in season 1, even though we didn't see him in the trailer and everything. We don't know who's going to voice him or nothing like that. So I'm thinking about it more as I'm speaking on it. But yeah, man, I definitely got to make a video on Angstrom Levi because he is a huge character in the world of Invincible. But he actually gets into this situation where he gets his ass beat to near death. A lot of people get beat to near death in this series, but he wants revenge on Invincible, even more so, because he already wanted revenge. But he comes back even more angry, and what he does is he opens up like gateways, dimensions. He opens up gateways and portals to multiple different dimensions, and he unleashes like an army of other Invincibles, like other Mark Graysons, other Invincibles from all over, like, you know, the multiverse. And Invincible pretty much has to team up with every hero that's in like his world and a lot of other characters in the Image comic catalog. I mean, if you see the spread page of if you see the spread page of, you know, some of the art in the Invincible War issue, you literally see people like Sarah Bazzini, Witchblade, Jackie Estacado, the Darkness. You see the Wildcats. You see Youngbloods, you know, Rob Liefeld. You see fucking Spawn. You know what I'm saying? You see Spawn, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? Spawn, bro. You know, it's so many characters. You see the Astounding Wolfman. So all these characters, they team up, and it's like this huge crossover event where they're all trying to work together to stop this invasion of Invincibles, you know? And super sad and epic, Rexplode, RIP, actually sacrifices himself to save the teen team, and he, well, not the team at that point, but he sacrifices himself to save the new Guardians of the Globe led by Robot. Blows himself up, taking out one of the Invincibles, which I thought was an epic scene, which I cannot wait to see animated. Just this whole war is going to be dope as fuck. And this is a great way to segue into my number 4. My number 4 is the fight with Conquest, man. Bruh, the fight with Conquest, bro. Like both of them, you know what I'm saying? Because Invincible fights Conquest twice. Bruh, the fight with Conquest, I have talked about it so many times ad nauseum, man. Like that is probably the most epic fight in the entire series of Invincible, bro. That's the peak of Invincible right there, bro. The fucking Conquest arc, it came out of nowhere, man. Like, it came at a time, and Robert Kirkman he was a genius with how he did it, bro. Right after you get finished watching all this crazy chaos and this epic ass fight and this crossover event with the Invincible War, before Mark Grayson even gets the chance to catch his breath, after all of that destruction and devastation, Conquest just gently levitates down in front of Invincible, and he's just letting him know, bro, like, you gonna have to catch my fade, nigga. Like, you want this smoke, bro, what's up? And then they just start this epic fight that I'm talking about, bruh, I can't even, the words haven't even been invented yet that describe the amount of sauce that is just spewing from that fight, bruh. Like, when I was reading the comic book, bruh, like when I was reading the pages, bruh, like my comic was wet. Like, it was dripping sauce. I had to clean my fingers and my clothes after I got done reading it. Like, it was so much, bruh. Probably dripping blood would be a better analogy, but man, fuck! I can't wait to see Conquest versus Invincible. Here's hoping we get that far. And the last thing that I am super excited to see, I'm gonna put an honorable mention on there too. But the last thing that I just cannot wait to see is the Viltrumite War. Now, the Viltrumite War is this huge, epic, just fight. I'm talking about it was built up for so long, and it's gonna be like this huge moment in the series, man. It's not exactly the end of the series, but it's still a huge moment, and it kind of like is like a tipping point of the series. You know what I mean? And what you have is all, like, a lot of the main characters and heroes and people that you've seen Mark grow close to and meet and interact with over this amount of time in the story. And then you have like people that they were able to get into their army, you know, enlist into their army and everything, into the little rebellion, the coalition of planets, led by a former Viltrumite. I forgot his name. He's super old though. And anyway, him, Alan the Alien, and you know, you got Mark, you got Invincible, you know what I'm saying, you got his little brother Oliver, you got his father Omni-Man, you got Battle Beast, you got Tech Jacket, you got Space Rider, you know what I'm saying, you got all these heroes and all these people joining together to fight in this epic space battle where everybody's just flying around, just fighting, just shooting, blowing up heads, ripping out entrails, punching through the stomach, and the fist goes through the top of the mouth, through the neck, squishing the side of both heads and the eyes. I'm talking about so much violence and just so delicious. And yes, man, it's like the biggest war in the series, and like I said, it's kind of like a tipping point. It could have been the end of the series, but it keeps going after that, and then we get like this second war, you know what I'm saying, kind of like a part 2, but it's nowhere near as good as the first one. And yeah, it's really good. I cannot wait to see the Viltrumite War, man. And by this point in the series, I'm pretty sure the animation is gonna get even better. They're gonna get a good grasp of like the show and what they want to do, how they want to tell it, and everything. The technology at their disposal and what they're using, how they're making the show. So I feel like by the time we get here, it's gonna be some high quality stuff. So I can't wait to see the Viltrumite War animated. And yeah, that's the last one, man. But I'm gonna throw an honorable mention out there, man. Honorable mention. I can't fucking wait to see Grand Admiral Thrag versus Battle Beast, bruh. If Conquest versus Invincible is the #1 best fight in the series, then Grand Admiral Thrag versus Battle Beast, bruh, that's second. That's second place, bruh. Like them fights are like they neck and neck, bruh. Those fight like one-on-one fights. There's a lot of fights that have multiple people fighting in Invincible that are epic. You know what I'm saying? Like these little mini wars. But as far as one-on-one fights go, bruh, well, Conquest was kind of like, it was one-on-one at a lot of different points, but then, you know, Adam Eve came in to help out at some of that. She didn't really help out that much, but, you know, she came in and helped for a little bit, for a quick little second, but for more or less one-on-one. But all the one-on-one fights in Invincible, bruh, those are the peaks right there, bruh. Conquest versus Invincible, Grand Admiral Thrag versus Battle Beast. Bruh, Grand Admiral Thrag versus Battle Beast, bruh, that was one of the goriest, most savage, most intense, longest bouts in the story of Invincible, and I can't wait to see how they bring it to life, or how they do it. It is going to be amazing to watch. And similar to what I said about the Viltrumite War, they're gonna have a grasp on, you know, by this point in the story, they're gonna have been worked on the show for a while, you know, get a good idea of what they're doing. You know, Wind Sun Sky is the animation studio working on this series, and it's like a subsidiary of Skybound. They specifically made that studio just to animate their products, and they're fairly new, but they got, you know, people working on it that I assume know what they're doing. I know that some of the people that's working on the Invincible show, they have history working on Star Wars, the Clone Wars, Teen Titans, the animated series, Young Justice, and stuff like that. Shouts out to Hunter's Take, one of my subscribers, and also one of my followers on Twitter. He pointed out how there's actually a lot of similarities in the art style of the cartoon to, say, like cartoons like from Man of Action, like Generator Rex, Ben 10, and also a lot of the DC movies, the DC AMU, you know, the DC animated movies. They look very similar to the animated art style of this show. So who knows, maybe we'll get some crossovers depending on how successful the show is. There's really a lot of potential. This show can open up the door to so much more potential, so many more shows can be spun off from this, because the world of Invincible, they have so many different characters that have rich histories and can have like their own stories told in their own right, you know what I'm saying, their own shows, I mean. So it's a lot that can be done if this show is successful, and I really hope it is. I hope it's a heavy hitter up there with the likes of The Boys and stuff like that, and we can get some more eyes on it, and some more people can find out about the story of Invincible, because it really is worth the praise that I'm giving it. And if you haven't read the story, man, I highly recommend you check it out before the show comes out. You can literally just look up Invincible on like Read Comics Online, and you can just flip that shit, man. You can just binge read the whole series. It is amazing. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. If you don't even like stuff like that, you still gonna probably find something that you can take from it. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty good. If you don't like violence and gore and guts and all that shit, then I don't know what to tell you, but it's still a very good comic nonetheless. It's one of my favorites. Now, let me know what you'd like to see animated in this show, man. What you looking forward to, man? What you looking forward to seeing being brought to life? If you want anything to be changed or expanded upon, I definitely know I want to see more of these fights expanded upon. I want to see some of these characters expanded upon. I want to see some more stuff explained, some stuff animated that we probably didn't get to see in the comic. You know what I'm saying? For example, Cameron 87, my boy, he threw out seeing the Viltrumites actually, like seeing like their backstory actually animated and put on screen. You know, that would be pretty cool, like The Purge or something like that. And not The Purge like the movies, but it was like this huge fight between all the Viltrumites that they constantly reference. Well, they reference like maybe 2 or 3 times in the series, where all the Viltrumites pretty much went to war with each other, and the ones that survived, they were the strong, and they continued to go on living, and they created the World Conquering Committee and so on and so forth. And you know, that's the history of the Viltrumites that we know today. And it would be great if we had a whole episode dedicated to that, or at least half an episode, to really see how that went down. You know, so it'd be pretty cool, man. I'm really interested to see what they do with this show. The possibilities are endless, man. But yeah, let me know what you think about this video, and share your thoughts and stuff you would like to see in the comments down below. Like, dislike, man, you know, just let me know, man. Be honest. I don't really care if I get dislikes, man. I'm just glad to get, like, you know, people on this channel finding out more information about Invincible. But anyway, hope you're having a good day, night, wherever you are, and until next time, guys, peace.